Hello viewers and friends, welcome to my channel BST African Electronics Surgery on Monday or Tuesday. Yes, on a Monday, 5 June 2023. And you know what? Today I won't gonna fix anything today, okay? But if you are in a journey working with other colleagues or friends, and along the way there are some obstacles and things like that, and as the leader you have to go back and attend to those issues. So in other words, what I'm trying to say, people they comment. I can see on the channel people they leave their comments, different comments about various kind of videos which I post on let's say on daily basis. I'm posting something. So you know, when someone left a comment, I'm getting time to read over the comments, and I can see most of the subscribers, around 80 to 90%, they are on the beginner side. Because what we are doing here, I'm trying to push people on the advanced stage, okay? That's why you see my videos, I'm not fixing with the schematics, because it's long. It's long, you have to download, you have to look for schematics, you know. So I'm not there fixing things with the schematics, because I know all the components, what they are meant to do. So let's go to the first comment that I want to attend. The first comment is this comment. How can I do it? Comments. You see this comment one day ago on the video which I posted, where I was programming the ME region EPROM IC chip or memory or BIOS chip. You see what the subscriber, let's read. It's much more easy to just change the EPROM IC. We don't have programmer. Why making it complicated? Tell and I will learn why you are programming it. So we have to answer this question, but before answering this question, allow me to explain few things. First of all, we have to understand what an EPROM IC is. Some they call it BIOS or EPROM IC or memory IC. So EPROM meaning this is electrically erasable, programmable, read only memory. That's the meaning of EPROM IC, electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. So the first thing that we have to know is this chip is meant to be erased. Why? Because it's like, let me give a simple example. We have a car. That's our car here. That's the car. That's the car here. We have a car, and you take your car to the filling station, and this car has got a petrol engine. You went to the filling station with the car, which is meant to work with petrol, and the fuel attendant put diesel. I don't know if the right spelling, but it's not about the spelling, but it's about what I'm trying to explain here. You go with a petrol car on a filling station, they put diesel instead of petrol. What do you do in this case? Do you change the whole engine, or you go to the specialist so that they clean up the engine? So I don't think you go and buy the engine. That would be a lie. That would be a great lie. But if the fuel attendant pour diesel instead of petrol, you go to the specialist, and the specialist will try by all means to clean up the engine using the required resources, and in that way you can go back and pour petrol, and you start moving on with your car. So this same concept will apply to the EPROM IC, because this chip is meant to be erased. This chip is meant to be erased. Why? Because what is inside the chip, we have a firmware. A firmware can get corrupted at any time, can get distorted, anything can happen. So we have that the 8 leg. That's the 8 leg. That's the 8 leg BIOS. That's the BIOS. And here we have pin number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's our BIOS, or that's our EPROM IC. If the firmware inside this chip is corrupt, on TV boards, maybe your TV will come on but not display, or start misbehaving. The keyboard, the remote is not properly functioning. You have to reprogram this chip. My subscriber said, here I have like 2 identical boards. You see these 2 identical boards? These are identical boards for TVs, like 32-inch TV. What is in common? Everything in this board, everything here is what is here is what is here. These boards are identical, and here we have the EPROM IC next to the chipset, or this integrated IC, or the processor, whatever you call it. And here, same thing, that's the EPROM. So these boards are the same. So these boards are the same. And this board, what I did, this board was stuck on this, let's say this one, this board was the one which I fixed. I'm just giving you an example, and was stuck on standby. And what I did, I desoldered the EPROM IC. I put it on the programmer. You see this EZP 2019 Plus. I look for the firmware, I reprogram the chip. And my subscriber is saying, why can't I take this chip and replace it here? Obvious, if I take this chip and replace it here, if this board is for space and died for a different reason, obvious it will work, but there's nothing to learn there. There's nothing to learn there. What are you going to learn if I took this chip and put it here? That would be maybe less than 2 minutes thing. But I try to make these videos real and long so that you will learn something. That's the first point. The second point is why they are putting some dump files on different websites. If you go online, they are putting different dump files because the firmware inside this IC or this BIOS, this EPROM is meant to die. It's like business. Everyone is trying to make money these days, because if the program inside this chip was not going to die, I don't think there was a reason for the manufacturers to design something like this. So they designed this. This is a EZP 2019 Plus, which is programming laptop BIOS chips, TVs, DVDs, monitors. You can reprogram the chip. So yeah, the other thing, people, they don't have tools, because my subscriber is mentioning that I don't have the BIOS programmer. If you don't have the BIOS programmer, try to grab one. It's not something very expensive. Let's see if you can check the price together. You see that exactly BIOS programmer that I'm using, EZP 2019, and check the price. You see, $4.47, and shipping to my country is $5.69, less than 10 US. Less than 10 US, almost $10. So I don't see any reason why you can't buy something like this. There are so many plenty programmers on AliExpress. All what you need is to have a functional Visa card. You deposit your money, you buy. 2-3 weeks down the line, you get a programmer, and the dump files, they are so I have so many sites where you can get these dump files. So many sites to get these dump files. So I think that's very clear. That's very clear. The programmer is very cheap, less than $10 you get your programmer. And secondly, not everyone has got space. Suppose I don't have this board for spare. What you do in this case? You have a board and it's stuck on standby. The next thing, you are going to lose money, because this chip has to be programmed and you don't have space. Maybe it's about country, but here in my country, Zimbabwe, spaces are so hard to get. and I found it useful to grab this programmer since it's very cheap. And the process of programming is very simple. It's very simple. Let's open this programming. That's the program. All what you have to do, you connect the programmer, you test to see if the chip is detected. You find the first step is to test. Second step, you find the manufacturer of the chip and the chip type. After that, you read, you erase. After erasing, you need to open to load a new dump file. You write, and that's all. There's nothing complicated about programming. So that's the thing. I think you are answered. Not everyone has got space, so it's very necessary to reprogram the chip. What do you do if you don't have the board for space? Because in order to replace this chip, you have to find same board and everything must be the same board with the same board number. We check every motherboard has got the board number, and the board number has to be the same. Otherwise, if you replace with a different board, like let's say, let me see, let's say this one, I took this board, I took this Eeprom IC and replace it here, it won't gonna work because the board has to be the same, and that's not easy. That's not easy. So those chips, they are meant to be erased. Like what I said, this is electrically erasable, programmable, read-only memory. Meaning to say this chip is like a container, it's like a drum. You know, the drum full of water, and maybe kids are playing, they throw mud inside the water and the water got contaminated. You can't throw away the whole drum. You can't. All what you have to do is to empty the drum, you clean it, you reload another water, and you start drinking. Same like this chip, the BIOS. The same concept, be it laptop, motherboards, TV boards. This chip, I never found like a shorted BIOS chip in my life, but the program inside this chip can be corrupted. But like a shorted BIOS chip, I never found one. But the firmware was meant to be corrupt. At some point, the BIOS need to be updated, need to be upgraded, things like that. So hopefully you are answered. Hopefully you are answered. Hopefully I've replied to this question. It's more easy just to change the IC. No, we are learning, so we can't just change. We don't have programmer. You have to grab one because it's cheaper, less than $10 US from AliExpress. There's nothing complicated there. I just show you the steps. I think I've just cleared this one. Let's check. I'm just checking on the comments. Let's check another comment. Another comment. Please can any shorted SMD components be replaced by any other SMD components on another different board of the same size, not necessarily the same number? And do you have any video on how to remove SMD components using a blower? Okay. So I think I'm done with the BIOS, the EPROM thing. And the second question, my subscriber is asking about components. Maybe I can grab one laptop motherboard. Obviously this is too old. So this is a board, and you checked and you found out, you can see these cores, they represent power supplies. You find out that this MOSFET is shorted. If this MOSFET is shorted, yes, you can replace this MOSFET from any board like this one. You can take this the MOSFET from this board, but you have to make sure that if it's a channel N, you replace it with a channel N MOSFET. If it's a lower MOSFET, you must replace with a lower MOSFET, with a lower side MOSFET. If it's a high side MOSFET, you have to replace with a high side MOSFET. So it's possible to replace MOSFETs. All what you have to master is to not make a silly confusion about channel N and channel P MOSFET. Any channel MOSFET are those MOSFETs. If you check on every MOSFET, there are 4 digits, there are 4 numbers there written on top of the MOSFETs, or can be written on the board. If the last number is divisible by 2, then it is a channel N MOSFET, like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. If you see the last number written on top of the MOSFET is divisible by 2, like an even number, even numbers. This is O-level mathematics. If you don't understand even number, odd numbers, you have to go back there. So that's how you identify N channel MOSFETs. In the P channel, those are numbers like 1, 3, 5, 7, going upwards. Odd numbers. So if you check the number written on top of the MOSFET, the last number is ending with 1 or 3 or 5. That's a channel P MOSFET. But in these days, I don't find like too many channel P MOSFETs on motherboards. They are using like channel N MOSFETs these days. So it's very possible to swap channel N MOSFET from this board and replace it here. But remember, doing same job, okay? If this is the vehicle power supply for the processor, go and locate that power supply on another motherboard, check those MOSFETs that you want, doing same job, you replace. Same with the capacitors. You know those ceramic capacitors, those ones, the ceramic capacitors, those ones, those are on the 19 volts power rail. So if you find this capacitor shorted to ground, you must replace it with another ceramic capacitors connected on the main 19 volts power rail. That's very important, because if you take maybe a different capacitor, maybe from the processor power supply, and is not on the main 19 volts power rail, the capacitance will be different. Probably it won't work properly. So yeah, you can replace components from another motherboards, not even same motherboards, but doing same job. That's what I'm doing. If you check most of my videos, I'm not ordering chips, for the simple reason they take too long to come, and the shipping cost to kill me is very expensive. So that's what I wanted to clear out about comments which have been raised by my subscribers, because we have to move together. We have to move together. So I can't, if someone leaves a comment and I don't respond to that comment, that's not good. That's not good. I have to respond to the comments, because we are here to learn. Everyone is here because we want to learn. I'm also learning from your comments, and you are also learning some other things which you don't know. And the best place to learn electronics is to start practicing by yourself. Just start practicing. In that way you get better. So hopefully I've cleared some of the issues which I was seeing on the channel. We can replace the EPROM, like what I said, but there's nothing to learn. If I just take another motherboard, I replace 2 minutes, the board is working. You can't learn anything. That's why I stated on that video that today I want to go on a different direction. I wanted just to show other ways that you can bring the motherboard back to life if you don't have the board for space. Because not everyone has got board for space, not everyone has got schematics, and it's long, the customer is waiting, busy seeking for motherboard. You want to replace the EPROM. It's just simple to download the firmware or to get the firmware for the BIOS or for the EPROM IC, and you reprogram the chip. And I'll show you the Global Electronic Repair School, where you can get these firmwares very easy and for free. I'll show you here. You see here, this is the Discord server, Electronic Repair School. This is global. There are a lot of people there, and I love this guy because he's trying to share knowledge for free. So whatever we do, we just do it for free. You can see there are so many topics here. So many topics. They have resources, discussions, general project tools, networking, webmaster, We have repairs, laptops, PC, mechatronics, a lot of things. And here we have request for schematics. You see, people, they are requesting schematics, and a lot of people, they are willing to share the schematics there. You can see the board BIOS. That the BIOS, people, they are sending. All what you need is to send the device, brand, model, board number, request, and people, they are sharing. You see, people, they are sharing. They are sharing like schematics, BIOS, which is fantastic. So that's the thing. So yeah, I'll stop this video now because I was just explaining other things. And don't hesitate to ask me anything in the future. Or if you don't understand anything or you want to learn something, try to leave a comment and I'll answer you in the future videos. So like, subscribe, don't forget to turn on the notification bell, share our videos, share our videos to your beloved friends, relatives. We are in the right direction. I don't think you and me, we can fail. But someday we'll reach there. See you on the next repair. I will try to come with something better. Hopefully it will be something better, guys. Bye.